Hi, it's Sue here. Welcome to June's edition of Inspired Messages Monday. So there's a lot going on at the moment, and obviously I'm a great researcher. So as always, I've got quite a lot to say. So I'm going to say, if you just watch the videos on YouTube, then do connect with me on my website and join my newsletter, because it's always different. I always put different things in the newsletter to what's in this video. So because I can't say everything or do everything on one, in one platform, it's kind of, has to be split. So go to my website, which is astrologysue.com. That's the 3 W's obviously before it. Go to my contact page and give me your email, and I will add you to my newsletter list. So like last month, and I would actually ask you to, if you can, if you didn't see last month, please go and see last month's, because I do feel that they are all following on as the world events are actually changing. So I think it's kind of quite important. So if you didn't see last month's, go and have a look. I think it's about 15 minutes long, so it's not overly long. Okay, so that's important that you try and join up with me and add the newsletter as well. And like last month, I'm not going to be doing the individual days of the astrology, but you can actually see that on my website each day, and also on Facebook on Astrology Sue Fletcher. So because I've got quite a bit to say, I feel like I need to do it this way at the moment. Whether it will change back again, I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. So it was interesting that I said last month that I looked back on some months and I felt that things were building up, and I actually found last June. So it's really similar to what's going on now, and it makes me realise how slowly things actually move. So I'm going to read it. I'm just going to read the introduction. So it's important for us all to be on the same page and living in harmony. And we are moving through a time of change. And for us to have transformation, there has to be a breakdown of everything as we know it. This can be scary and may cause anxiety. Make sure you are eating the right food, exercise, walk barefoot on the grass to ground yourself, meditate, and use natural products on your body. Be kind and spread the love. And I just really think it kind of, it's just the same now, although obviously we're getting to the crescendo of what's going on. So what was going on a year ago is just now coming into fruition, really. So anyway, I did think that was interesting. So right, so on my newsletter, I've posted a couple of links. So one is about 4 pastors in Rome that have actually come out with a statement and an appeal saying that this lockdown has gone on far too long, and it's causing problems with the economy and all sorts of things. And so I feel that this document and appeal can be sent to people like normal people, if you like, everyday people, but also maybe people from the church. And I don't think this will be on the mainstream media, so I have put that link in my newsletter, which I think you'll find quite interesting. And there's also been an MP in Italy again actually announcing in the Parliament the same thing, that we're being taken over, and they're not governing us, they're actually controlling us. And so again, I've put that link. Now that link has already been taken down on YouTube, and a new link has been put up, because obviously the powers that be don't want it to get out. So if you go on that link and it doesn't work, then it's because it's been taken down, but I have put the second link in. So I think that's important that we get that information, we understand that information, and that might give you an understanding of what's actually going on. And neither of them are very long. I think they're both about, well, one's 15 minutes and the MP is about 8 minutes, so they're not terribly long. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the transits that are happening at the moment. So at the moment, Mars has gone into the sign of Cancer, and so that Mars is a fire sign and it's gone into a water, so fire and water don't mix. So this means that the energy might be quite difficult. It might be difficult for people to express themselves. People will want to go into their crab-like shell even if they're not a Cancerian. It makes people very cautious, and emotions rule thoughts, and viewing life objectively will not be easy for most people. And it's really, the people that bury their head in the sand and pretend that everything's going to be okay, which is great, because that's what we need to be. We need to be positive, but we also need to know what's going on, and forewarned is to be prepared. So that's kind of a difficult aspect to cope with, and that's going to be till the 28th of June, and it just went in actually on the 13th of May, so it's been there a couple of weeks, and it will be there till the 28th of June. And the good thing with that is that it may help with psychic ability, so that's quite good. So on the 9th to the 16th of June, Mars again is going to come and sit next to Neptune, so we call that a conjunction. And so we can expect more on health, because Neptune rules drugs and health and things like that. So we can expect more on that, and maybe the vaccine, which is actually being pushed without any testing being done. You need to really do your own research, and the person that I am recommending is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. So that's SHERI Tenpenny, TENPEMMY. And Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, she's done 20 years of research, 40,000 hours on vaccines, and it's really interesting. And if you're a pro-vax, that's fine. If you're anti-vax, that's but at least she gives you the information that we all need right now. So so I think there would be more on that, and also I feel this conjunction is going to colour most of the month. And remember, Neptune actually does deceive and mislead us, so don't believe everything you see or read in the media. Do not be distracted from the important processes from the good guys, because there are a lot of good people out there trying to make a change for us all. So it's all not doom and gloom, and I need you to understand that. And Jupiter actually is retrograde, so it's moving back to conjunct Pluto again. So again, events that occur may arouse fear in people and insecurity again, which is what the powers that be are banking on. So I would advise not to watch the TV. So I'm just going to say one thing. I put it on this morning and just wanted to watch something just for 5 minutes, just to have something to watch. And I was going to watch the cooking, Saturday cooking thing, and I'd only just switched it on, and it was on the other side, and the word virus came up within 3 seconds. Then there was an advert about the virus. Then there was an advert about thanking people, and then there was something else about people being in their own homes and communicating from on Zoom. So that was. It's all brainwashing, basically. So I didn't watch it. I just switched it off. I was just kind of amazed that I'm not watching the TV at all, hardly. And, don't even have to watch the news before you realise that, you're being brainwashed. So we need to be awake to that. So, right. So we've now got a full moon on the 5th of June coming up. And that's going to question all matters of faith and belief, justice and world events. Because the full moon is in the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about the world events. It's also about beliefs. It's also about justice and court cases and things like that. So I think that, you know, there's a lot of things, like I say, going on in the background, and that's good. But you'll find that certain beliefs are likely to change. So what you once believed, you might not believe. Maybe within the next month, your beliefs may suddenly be changed as we see, or things are revealed. And then we've got a lunar eclipse, and that's on the new moon, and that's actually on the summer solstice, and that's the 21st of June. And this is going to be a solar eclipse, and on the full moon it's a lunar eclipse. So lots of eclipses, and eclipses are always quite kind of powerful, you know, kind of indicating change, massive change. So this summer solstice, a solar eclipse, may well be a turning point. As I say, as eclipses are powerful instigators of crisis and change, and it may bring false news or fears of something else that's maybe coming down the track to make us even more frightened. So anger and fear may reach a fever pitch. So you really need, if this happens, to be, you know, meditating, to be in the nature, like I said right at the beginning, eating right, not, you know, and not kind of going into the fear of everything. New regulations may be announced, and they'll be met with anger and rage. Remember, Mars is the god of war, and we've got Mars involved in all of this during this time. Choices will have to be made, and, you know, we may not see an end to this actually till next year. But, you know, my channel is all about being positive. So what I feel is that we are going into a new world. But we don't want a control world. We want a world that is one that we can live in, that we can where we can have harmony, where we feel at peace, not where we feel controlled. And so we have to visualize a better world, and one where we do live in harmony with the planet, with our brothers and sisters. That's so important. So my affirmation is quite short, and it's I adapt to change, and my way of life supports me. I adapt to change, and my way of life supports me. So if you can say that every morning before you start your day, and that sets the tone of the day, that you are you know, up for change, but in a positive way, and your life, the things that you're doing in your life do support you. Now, I just want to say a couple of other things. One is that I think in my newsletter I'm mentioning Fox Life. So I have a patch on here which is for the immune system. And we've been told by the developer that this will help with EMFs. And as you know, we're all going to be having the rollout out of a higher frequency, which is above 4G. And obviously it's being rolled out as we speak. And so it's important that we do keep our immune system up. And so I am using this patch, but it's obviously it's not been out in the UK very long because it comes from Canada, but we're hearing really good things about it, that people's blood pressures are coming down if it's high, and going up if it's low. It's just bringing a homeostasis. And helping on the immune system, as I said, and will help against EMFs. And it will help, you know, to balance you. So again, if you're interested in finding out more about that, then contact me via my website or tune into the links on my newsletter. And there is a court case, there's 2 court cases just being launched for 5G, which is absolutely brilliant, and the links for those are also on my newsletter. So if you're interested in any of that anymore, then please tune in to my newsletter, contact me, and you know I'm here, and please let me know if you need any help during this time, because we are going to go through more of a roller coaster. I think everybody is thinking that, you know, lockdown, we're coming out of lockdown and it feels a little easier. So make the most of that, because I'm not looking at the planetary aspects. It looks as though it's going to be quite like a roller coaster. So enough said, really. Contact me if you need to. As I say, have a great month, enjoy the weather, relax, connect to the earth energies, do your meditation, and I will see you, if not before, I will see you at the beginning of July. So bye for now. Bye bye.